West Coast residents rejoice because at long last, it seems your dreams might be coming true. For years, theme park fans have been dreaming of Knott's Berry Farm receiving this big towering giga coaster, much to the likes of Fury 325 at Carowinds, Orion at Kings Island, Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. And for the first time, legitimate rumors have surfaced that allude to the fact that this might be finally coming true. This comes to us from Screamscape. Again, just take it with a grain of salt. We have not seen any construction actually take place for this yet, no markers or anything. So this is something to keep an eye on for the future. But here's what we know is Knott's Berry Farm has this theater called the Mystery Lodge. This is in Ghost Town. This is where a 10-minute special effects show took place, and it's been closed since 2019. Yes, that is before the pandemic. And I imagine since the pandemic, they weren't exactly in a big rush to bring it back. In fact, if you go on the park's website, it says that it is closed for refurbishment, and it has said that for years. Knott's Berry Farm even tweeted back in 2019 that they did not have a return date for the theater expected. So it seems like there is a decent chance that this theater might be going bye-bye forever. If so, that opens up the area to the possibility of adding a station, a brake run, and a transfer track that can all be for a giant new roller coaster. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Knott's Berry Farm or the Mystery Lodge, this is where it is. It's right on the edge of Ghost Town next to Calico River Rapids. The idea is that the roller coaster would stretch out into the parking lot, so it wouldn't actually affect most of Ghost Town. I remember hearing years ago about how the park was always concerned about building a big old roller coaster like this because it would disturb Ghost Town. That's such a cool, unique themed area, but we don't want to ruin that. Well, they might have finally found their solution because I think this might be the best of both worlds. Knott's Berry Farm is very tight on space. If they were to add a roller coaster like this, it would have to be squeezed in. Now, if you look at this site overview, as you can see, there's a big parking lot here to the south between Crescent Avenue and Western Avenue and the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel, that it's not out of the question to think that you could have a roller coaster kind of go around it. So this would probably have some sort of L-shaped layout, or maybe a layout kind of like Goliath at Over Georgia, where it just kind of goes around it, or they do whatever they can to preserve some of those parking spaces because those are used. They can't just get rid of it completely. And they also can't expand the park in that direction because there's really no place to do it. There was at one point a rumor of expanding Ghost Town down by Ghost Rider Station in the area where they use some of the warehouses for Knott's Scary Farm, but I don't think that area would really be affected by this attraction. The building I am concerned about is this massive one right here that would appear to be blocking some of the access that this attraction might have. Now, if they get creative, I don't think it's out of the question to think that they might be able to go around it. I'm not entirely sure what this building is used for. I am not a Knott's Berry Farm local. If I had to take a guess, it's probably for maintenance, HR, or possibly storage. But the bottom line is, if Cedar Fair wanted to put a Giga Coaster at Knott's, I am sure that B&M could figure out a way to do it. And I'm, yes, already assuming that they're going to go with B&M because that's who Cedar Fair has been working with recently for these attractions. Clearly, they're successful, and I think a B&M Giga would be a perfect fit for Knott's Berry Farm. It's very different than every other ride in this park. It also gives them that clear standout attraction, which in my opinion, they already have a fantastic collection of roller coasters, but this is definitely going to be the most eye-catching. The last point that I'll really add that Screamscape brings up is an idea of just how big this thing might be. Is it possible that they might try and beat out Fury 325, go even taller than that? It'd be very interesting to see. They also mentioned that they might try and keep some of those elements higher off the ground because the higher off the ground it is, the more likely you can save some more parking spaces. So in that regard, I might almost expect more elements similar to Orion as opposed to Fury. Fury has a lot more of those moments that are very low to the ground, which is unfortunate because I think the consensus is clear that everyone likes Fury more than Orion. But regardless, I'm very intrigued to see what they could come up with for this. Kings Island, they had a ton of land to work with. Fury and Leviathan, they had to kind of work with this front gate area, so they both have L-shaped layouts. This is by far the most restrictive space, which means they're going to have to get creative. Regardless, though, I think this is very exciting. Again, doesn't mean anything's going to happen yet, but if we keep an eye on this space, it's possible we might see construction start as early as next year if they want to shoot for a 2023 opening. I also think this is exciting because this is the first legitimate rumor we've heard of Cedar Fair adding a new roller coaster since the pandemic. The company played it very conservative. They were very reluctant to open some of their parks, and Knott's Berry Farm remained closed for significantly longer than most of the other Cedar Fair parks. But it seems like attendance across the board is rising. People are very excited to go back to the parks. So Cedar Fair might be confident enough that, okay, yeah, if we add this roller coaster in, we're at the point where we feel confident that this will bring a lot more people to the park. And so we will have to wait and see. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this latest rumor regarding a Knott's Berry Farm Giga Coaster? Post all those thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, stay tuned for more rumors here at Coaster Studios. And I'll see you next time.